40 strong young men ran past a dying old man on a mountain road. Only the weakest boy in the kingdom stopped to help him. He didn't know that this one choice would decide who becomes the next king. This is his story. Elian lived at the edge of the kingdom with his mother. Every day, the other boys trained with swords and shields. They grew stronger under the summer sun. Elian could not lift a heavy sword. He could not run fast. The other boys laughed at him. They called him the Twig. One morning, a royal messenger rode into the village. He blew a golden horn. "Listen," he shouted. "Our king is old now. He has no son. He is looking for one young man to become the next ruler of this land. Tomorrow, all young men must come to the palace gates for the final test." The whole village became excited. Strong young men sharpened their swords. They practiced running. They lifted heavy stones to build muscle. Elian's mother looked at him with worried eyes. "You don't have to go," she said softly. But Elian shook his head. "I want to try, even if I lose." That night, Elian could not sleep. He wondered what kind of test a king would create. Would it be a sword fight? A race? A test of strength he could never win? He did not know that the real test had nothing to do with strength at all. The next morning, 40 young men gathered at the palace gates. Elian stood at the back. He was small next to the tall, strong competitors. An old royal advisor stepped forward. "The test is simple," he said. "Follow the mountain path to the old temple. The first person to ring the temple bell will become the next king." The gates opened. The young men ran forward like a stampede of horses. Dust rose behind them. Elian ran too, but he quickly fell behind. His legs burned. His chest hurt. One by one, the other runners disappeared around the bend. Soon Elian was alone on the dusty path, but he kept walking. He would not give up, even in last place. 20 minutes later, Elian turned a corner and stopped. An old man sat by the side of the road. He was holding his leg in pain. His face was pale. Next to him lay a broken wooden cart, and apples were scattered across the dirt. "Please help me," the old man whispered. "My leg is hurt. I cannot stand up." The other boys ran right past me. Elian looked down the path. If he stopped now, he would lose any chance of winning. But he knelt down next to the old man anyway. "I'll help you," Elian said. He gently checked the man's leg. He tore a strip of cloth for his own sleeve and wrapped the wound. He helped the old man sit in the shade against a rock. Then he picked up every apple from the ground and put them back in the cart. His hands were shaking from tiredness, but he kept going. "The temple is still far away," the old man said. "You could still run there. You could still win." Elian shook his head. "A race means nothing if I leave someone behind." He stayed with the old man until his breathing became calm. Only then did Elian continue walking up the mountain path. Now he was completely alone, with no chance of winning at all. When Elian finally reached the temple, the bell was already ringing. It had been ringing for almost an hour. A tall, strong young man stood proudly next to it. Guards cheered around him. Elian lowered his head. He turned to walk back down the mountain in silence. Then he heard a familiar voice call out behind him. "Elian, wait!" He turned around. The old man from the roadside was walking toward him, but now he had no limp at all. And under his hood, Elian could see a golden crown. The crowd gasped. It was the king. "You were the old man on the path?" Elian whispered. The king smiled gently. "There was no injury," he said. "There was only a test. And this test had nothing to do with legs or swords or speed." He turned to face the whole crowd. 40 young men passed me on that road today. Only one of them stopped to help." The king placed his hand on Elian's shoulder. "A kingdom does not need a ruler with the fastest legs or the strongest arms. It needs a ruler with the kindest heart. Real strength is not about what you can lift. It is about what you are willing to give up for someone else." Tears filled Elian's eyes. "But I lost the race," he said. "No," the king replied. "You won the only race that ever truly mattered." Elian became the next ruler of the kingdom. He did not win because he was the strongest. He won because he chose kindness when no one was watching. The other boys ran fast, but they ran right past what truly mattered. We live in a world that often praises speed, power, and winning at any cost. But history remembers something different. It remembers the people who stopped, the people who knelt down to help others, the people who chose kindness over competition. Strength is not always loud. Sometimes, it kneels quietly in the dust to help a stranger. If this story reminded you that kindness is the greatest strength of all, tell us in the comments where you are watching from. And if you believe the world needs more people like Elian, hit subscribe. We will be back next week with another story of quiet courage.